It is General Leia Organa's Saturday morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. Oh, you know what? I should probably adjust the webcam because my face is blocking out words and we can't have that. Okay. This morning, let us play with the latest iteration of Buddha's Easy Meditation. So here's the basic outline of this morning's practice. We're going to begin with wisdom warm-up. Then we're going to have the main event. Then we're going to have compassion's cool down. Let us begin by reviewing the meaning of Shakyamuni's mantra. There are many Buddhas. Shakyamuni is typically considered the historical Buddha, known by the Theravadas as Gautama and the Mahayanas as Shakyamuni. Let's chant. With whom we invoke the archetype of the Muni, wise one, Maha greatly wise one, Muni, yea, of the Shakya Soha, wishing enlightenment for all. Okay, let's see here. That's better. Let's move on. So what comes next is an effort to cut through certain preconceptions. Together. Rather than indulge or controlling tendencies with all bodies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these wise words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors or statements literal, and relax into the flexibility that savors chance explaining metaphors as similes. So let's dig right in. May we see how all circumstances are lots appearing, yet as word is arena or imagined paradise of light, could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. So we're going to take all these words and allow them to coalesce into just 6 syllables that we're going to divide between our inhalation and our exhalation. But before we do, I guess it would be shrewd if I did a quick edit, because that's how life works out sometimes. And let's hit cuts, and let's go over here and hit paste. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Let us touch the tip of our left thumb to the tip of our left little finger, and then rest our hands upon our thighs, thus inviting our subtle energies to coalesce in the bladder region of our lower abdomen. You know what? On second thought, I think it would be better if I put this here. We come now to our first bit of mantra meditation. During the inhalation, we continue to recite the 6-syllable essentialization that we just explored. During our exhalation, we physically relax as best we can, while striving to chant this 12-syllable mantra 3 times per breath. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Suwa. 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 Please chant with me. May we feel how all bodies or from sensual, yet as what is a Buddha's real or imagined archetype of light could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this communication or speech. Please touch the tip of your left thumb to the tip of your left ring finger and rest your left hand upon your left thigh, thus gently inviting our subtle energies to coalesce in the navel region of our mid-abdomen. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Suwa. 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 Excellent, and by the way, good morning. Let us touch the tip of our left thumb to our left middle finger and rest this left hand upon our left thigh, thus gently inviting our real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce in the heart region of our chest. May we hear her all interpersonal speech resounding it as would as a real or imagined mantra of light could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this mind. Om Eswa, Om Muni Muni Ma Muni 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 Eswa. Let us gently touch the tip of our left thumb to the tip of our left index finger, and then rest this left hand upon our left thigh, thus gently inviting our real or imagined subtle energies to coalesce in the crown region of our head. May we feel our walnuts lucid yet as what is a real or imagined seed womb of light. Could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void. Like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless moon, which although tantalizing to the eye could be not graspable to the hand. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Eswa, 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 Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Eswa. Return now to Hatha Yoga's mindfulness and meditation after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I've spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that you would not have to. Welcome, my friend, to meditate like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. Welcome to the first of 4 phases of mindful crease counting meditation. Over the span of 12 inhalations, whoopsie, let's go over here. Over the span of 12 inhalations, we could advance our right thumb in the following manner, beginning with our little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. multiply this by 4 sets, and you have 64 inhalations. We could count those 4 sets on our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 12 inhalations each. The most efficient way to practice mindfulness, the most efficient way to practice mindfulness is to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, thus cooperating with our sympathetic nervous system, that we might vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. The most efficient way to practice meditation is to silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease during our exhalation, thus cooperating with our parasympathetic nervous system to physically relax and mentally release to the degree that what we noticed during our previous inhalation could fleetingly feel a trifle less tantalizing, less permanent, and even less defining. Oh, I skipped a step and I apologize for that. And I didn't have my visual aids up, so that was lame. So we keep track of this, our first quarter, by resting the great knuckle at the base of our right little finger upon the tip of our left little finger, palms up in our laps. There we go. The most efficient way to practice mindfulness is to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, thus cooperating with our sympathetic nervous system, that we might vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. The most efficient way to practice meditation is to silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease during our exhalation, thus cooperating with our parasympathetic nervous system in a way that supports both physical relaxation as well as mental release in a way that causes what we noticed during our previous inhalation to fleetingly feel less tantalizing, less permanent, and even less defining. We welcome to the second of 4 phases of mindful crease counting meditation. We're going to do a subtle variation of the counting. What will remain constant is the fact that over the span of 12 inhalations, we can advance our thumb in the following manner, beginning with our little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When we multiply this by 8, we get 96. We can count those 8 sets upon our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could keep track of this, our second quarter, by resting the great knuckle of our right middle finger upon the tip of our left middle finger, palms up in our lap. If you've just tuned in, allow me to remind you that the most efficient way to practice mindfulness is to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, thus cooperating with our sympathetic nervous system to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, and imagination. The most efficient way to practice meditation is to silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease during our exhalation, thus cooperating with our parasympathetic nervous system to physically relax and mentally release in such a manner that what we noticed during our previous inhalation could fleetingly feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void, as non-graspable as the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although could be tantalizing to the eye, is non-graspable to the hand. Let's dig in. Good morning, and welcome to the third of 4 phases of mindful crease counting meditation. I'll give you the rundown. Over the span of 12 inhalations, we could advance our right thumb in the following manner, beginning with our beginning with our right little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We could multiply this by 8 for a total of 96 inhalations. We could keep track of those 8 sets upon our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Since this is our third quarter, we could keep track of it by resting the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger upon the tip of our left ring finger, palms up in our lap. And now remember, the moment you have a specific question about Buddhist chanting, Buddhist meditation, Buddhist philosophy, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window. And if you've just tuned in, here's the quick lowdown. The most efficient way to practice mindfulness is to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, thus cooperating with our sympathetic nervous system to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, or imagination. The most efficient way to practice meditation is to silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease during each exhalation, thus cooperating with our parasympathetic nervous system to physically relax and mentally release in such a manner that what we noticed during our previous inhalation could fleetingly feel less tantalizing, less permanent, and less defining. Welcome to our fourth and final phase of mindful crease counting meditation. I will not bore you by repeating the instructions of how to count the creases, but I will show you that to keep track of the fourth quarter, what we're going to do is rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger upon the tip of our left ring finger, palms up in our lap. Let us review the meaning of Shakyamuni's mantra. With whom we invoke the archetype of the Muni, wise one, Muni, wise one. Let me see something here. If I move this here, will that obstruct the webcam? No, it won't. Let's do that. Maha greatly wise one, Muni of the Shakya Soha, wishing enlightenment for all. And once again, let's move this here and see what happens. So what we're going to do is continue meditating, but in a different way. During the inhalation, silently and mentally, we can recite relaxing into this, and this is whatever we notice. It could be a sight, a sound, a sensation, a flavor, a scent, or the like. It could be an emotion, an intention, a thought, a memory, and imagining. It could be the external, the internal, the physical, the mental, the pleasurable, the painful, the interesting, the boring, the glorious, or the grotesque. During our exhalation, we physically relax as best we can while striving to chant this 12-syllable mantra 3 times per breath for 4 breaths. Here's a pro tip. You could count 1 breath per finger and 1 repetition per set of creases. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Suwa, 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 Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Suwa. We already performed Wisdom's warm-up. We have played with Anu Yoga's energy work with our fingers and Ati Yoga's mindfulness meditation. And now it's time for a bit of the old compassionate cool down. We're going to chant 2 pages of... The next 2 pages of chanting are designed to help us refrain from stepping into the bear trap of misconception or preconception together. Rather than indulge or controlling tendencies or thought follies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these kind words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors or statements literal, and relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. Please touch the tip of your left thumb to the tip of your left little finger and rest your left hand upon your left thigh. May all minds of all beings know be as peacefully enlightened as the mind of a real or imagined Buddha symbolized by Yati clay, one suitable seed or Bija mantra. So right now we're taking all these words and we are compressing them into just 6 syllables that we divide between our inhalation and our exhalation. And so what we're really wishing is that all beings everywhere have the wisdom not to be hateful, not to be sexist, not to be racist, not to be homophobic, not to be transphobic, not to be Islamophobic, not to be classist, not to be exploitive, not to be fascistic, not to be jingoistic, and to most certainly never commit, no less support, genocide. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. 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 Allow me to remind you that the mental morality of kind intention is the second fold of the Buddha's eightfold path. Please touch the tip of your left thumb to the tip of your left ring finger and rest this left hand upon your left thigh. May all relationships, all speech of all beings know be as joyfully loving as a real or imagined Buddhist speech symbolized by a multisyllabic mantra. The interpersonal morality of kind communication is the third fold of the Buddha's eightfold path. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. 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 Please touch the tip of your left thumb to the tip of your left middle finger. May all bodies or forms of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health represented by Buddha's statuary, depicting the blissful body of a real or imagined Yadaman archetype of enlightenment such as Shakyamuni. The physical morality of kind conduct or non-violence is the fourth fold of the Buddha's eightfold path. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa 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 Oops. There we go. Please touch the tip of your left thumb to the tip of your left index finger. May all circumstances, all lots of all beings now have their safe fortune or boon. As a Buddha's real or imagined paradise, pure land or vanity. The circumstantial morality of kind commerce is the fifth fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Yesuwa 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 You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 2 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's mid-morning meditation class and group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.